Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin. So the creation teaching presented today was authored by Margaret McKechney and presented by the Environmental Pod and is part of a larger series we're doing through the month of September and beginning of October called Creation Teachings. These teachings are an opportunity for us as a congregation to learn more about creation, our place in it, and how we can care for it. Our creation teaching today is greenhouse gases, global warming, and its effects. In 2023, do you remember the river freezing over? As it is by that picture, it didn't. In 2023, we had record amount of sunshine, which sounds good, but it resulted in January us having half the normal amount of precipitation. In February, we were minus 1.9 degrees Celsius warmer than normal. In April, we only had 6 days of rain, and in May, we had record-breaking temperatures. As well, in September, October, and November, it was the hottest year on record in Saskatchewan. In Saskatchewan overall, in the year 2023, it was the hottest year on record, and 2024 was the hottest January on record. And you can see those statistics on the slide. The scientific data is clear. The uncontrolled emissions of heat-trapping gases, such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, are causing the Earth to warm at an alarming rate. There is a 5-fold increase in extreme weather within the last 50 years, and these gases are primarily produced by the burning of fossil fuels. Here's some of the evidence before us. Last year in Saskatchewan, nearly 500 forest fires burned an area 5 times the size of Prince Albert National Park. Over 2,700 people were evacuated. In Canada, 3 times the size of Nova Scotia burned across the country. As well, drought in Saskatchewan in the last 3 years resulted in $6 billion in insurance claims. Glacier melt has also reached record levels, which will have a significant effect on the water in the Saskatchewan River. For instance, the Peyto Lake Glacier has lost 70% of its mass in 50 years, and the rate is only increasing. The ocean also warmed to record levels in 2023, and millions of marine coral reefs around the globe are bleaching due to heat stress. In January and February 2024, sea surface temperatures set a dangerous new record. The long-term rate of sea level rise has more than doubled since the start of the satellite record in 1993. In 2023, the displacement of people around the world due to heat waves, droughts, wildfires, hurricanes, and major floods caused nearly 20,000 children per day to be displaced. So what can we do in the face of such insurmountable challenges? Well, the main thing we could do is talk about the scientific data and the evidence all around us as often as you can. We must move to net zero emissions, phase out fossil fuels, and stop deforestation. Also remind people of these problems in our own home area. Greenhouse gas emissions in Saskatchewan are over 3 times the Canadian average. With 3% of Canada's population, Saskatchewan accounts for 10% of Canada's greenhouse gas emissions. So here's what is needed in Saskatchewan. Currently, the Saskatchewan government's plans for 25% expansion in the oil industry by 2030 should be immediately cancelled, and restrictions should be phased in on new oil drilling activity. The Government of Canada emissions reductions target is 40% below 2005 levels by 2030 and net zero emissions by 2050. So we call upon the Saskatchewan government to meet or exceed the standards set by Canada for reduction of greenhouse gases. The Government of Canada has also asked for a 75% reduction in methane gas emissions, and methane is one of the most potent greenhouse gases. Saskatchewan intends to reduce venting and flaring by 40% between 2020 and 2025 and cap it there. But we call upon the Saskatchewan government to meet the standards set for Canada for reduction of methane gas emissions. Saskatchewan, Newfoundland, and Labrador together also provide at least $2.5 billion in provincial fossil fuel subsidies in the 2020-2021 fiscal year. So we also call upon the Saskatchewan government to stop subsidies of oil producers. We who are in love with creation must act. Thank you for listening to today's creation teaching. If you would like to participate further in this initiative, there are calendars at the back of the church that outline actions you can do at home to learn more about these issues and live a more environmentally friendly lifestyle. We also have posters around the church with the upcoming topics over the next few weeks.